In this video, I'm going to give you a very quick overview of the Bedford Grade Tracker. Using this to grade students' work on Moodle so that they can see exactly where they stand with their particular qualifications, units and criteria as they work through the course. You see here that in this course I've added the block for the grade tracker. We will help you achieve this with your own courses when you're ready to do it. And we've also created a qualification on the course. Now the qualification is your BTEC specification, your A-level specification, your Sitting Guild specification, or a bespoke one that you've created. You will have been asked to provide information about the actual qualifications you're running and what the actual different units that you're going to be covering on that qualification, so that those can be put into the system ready for you to use. In this case, I've only got the one qualification there, as you can see from the number, but you can have several different qualifications on the same Moodle course. The two are linked together, so students who are enrolled on your Moodle course actually will be enrolled on the qualification automatically, so that you can get there and start grading them as soon as they actually start achieving. You also see that we can view and edit grids. Now this is the most important part of the system, and we can look at the grading grids by student, by unit, by classes or groups, etc. Often you'll be working on a particular unit with your students at that time, so you may want to go into view and edit the grid by unit, and you'll get a list of the different units on the qualification here, or you'll get a search ability on here for looking at different units. So in this case we're looking at Unit 11, Systems Analysis and Design, because this is one that our students are working at. And you've got the ability to view or edit the grades. So if we go on to view the different criteria for the unit that you're actually talking about. So for Unit 11, you've got 6 passes, 3 merits and 2 distinctions. And we will see here for Lisa Simpson that we've got a not attempted for P1. And you see the grading symbols all put along here on the top so that you don't have to remember them. She's been late for that piece of work. This P4 is partially achieved, probably because there's another half of P4 in another assignment somewhere else. P5 has been referred. P6, no work submitted. M1, the work is in but hasn't been marked. M2, that's actually been marked and achieved. So you can see exactly where your students are in that particular unit, but also the students can see exactly the same situation. So if I go into a student view here for Lisa Simpson, she can go and look at her tracking. She will get a view of what the different symbols mean, and for each unit she can see exactly where she stands at this moment in time. So Unit 106 is finished now and has been totally graded, and you'll see here all the different achieves. Along the scroll bar here we can see that she's actually all the passes, all the merits, only one of the distinctions. So by filling those in, the grade tracker has itself worked out that she has achieved a merit, so you don't need to fill that in. So you can see here that Lisa is really clear on what's happening. If she's missing some work, she doesn't see anyone else's grades, but she can see exactly what's happening for herself. Go back into teacher view here. We could edit in a simple way, just ticking boxes. Or we can edit advanced. This gives us the ability to be a bit more fancy about the way we do things. Now, one of the things about the advanced editing that's good is you can do a mass update. So if all your students in that group have achieved P1 and you've marked them all, you can just click choose P1, say that they've all achieved it, and click the update button so that you can go in and do things like that. You can also write comments against each of the criteria as well. So the Edit Advanced gives you a lot more detail that you can put into the grading. Edit Simple we will use just if we want to tick boxes to say that different criteria have been achieved. If you've got a lot of students and you find it a bit cumbersome doing the editing this way, if we click on this grid here, you can export a data sheet. By data sheet, it just means a spreadsheet, really. You can export it. You can do all your marking on that spreadsheet and then import it back into the system again. And there may be times when you find that the easier option. Back. See here, we need to click the back button to get ourselves back, or press and hold it and take it back to the course. One of the most powerful and most useful bits about the grade tracker is we can link assignments and other activities to the grade tracker so that we mark our Moodle assignments, Turnitin assignments or quizzes on the system, and as soon as we mark on the system, because we've linked it in to the qualification, that will automatically update the grade tracker for you so that you don't have to go in and update a spreadsheet or something when you've done your marking. So if you use Moodle assignments, Turnitin or quizzes to do your grading now, that's going to make things much easier because you've got a whole step of reporting that you don't have to go through the process for. And assignment and activity links on that, and for each of the different units on the qualification, you've got all the individual criteria here. If it's got a green tick, it means you've got an assignment linked for P1 already. If it's got the red cross, it means you haven't. So it allows you to go in and find your activity and then add that and say which of the criteria that's going to cover, and that links it all in automatically for you. This is one of the really big selling points of the grade tracker, is that step where you don't have to go through updating spreadsheets and things when you've graded things online. One word on that is that the Moodle updates happen on an hourly basis, so it will take up to an hour for you to actually mark in an assignment and for that to actually show up on the grid, but it is a really useful tool. So there we can see a really quick introduction to the grade tracker. There's obviously a lot more to it, and there are lots of other videos, and we'll be providing a lot more training as time goes on, but that's just to give you a flavour of what the grade tracker is all about.